Right, and then we were going to talk about what to do with old people, right?
Right.
Isn't that the other? Yeah.
Yes. I suggested a cruise for a 90-plus cruise.
A one-way cruise. Welcome to Charbroiled Chats.
Can you put your phones in a place where you can see if they're recording, or does the screen just black out?
Mine blacks out, but I check it every so often.
Because the Zoom recording from the last time, Grace, you were almost unusable.
Really?
So if we can keep the phones going, that would be great.
You know, it could be this. Sometimes, and it happens to other people too, but sometimes like you'll start talking and you'll sound like a little mouse. And then you have to just log in again.
That's not a setting?
So, no, it's not. It's funny. Or sometimes it'll just sound like The Exorcist, it's really weird. So maybe I should just make sure I'm testing the mic every time.
It's not you talking like that.
No.
It could be.
It could be if I were possessed, yes. Or if I were a mouse, yes.
Anyway, keep your eye on your phones.
Uh-huh.
Yes, will do.
So did we want to keep talking about old people, or we just move past that?
I had dinner with old people last night.
Who was that? In-laws?
Yes, my in-laws. We were celebrating my mother-in-law's 91st birthday.
Wow.
My mom's going to be 91 tomorrow.
Wow.
Yep.
It's the new 70.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yee.
For my mom, maybe, and not for my dad.
Yeah, not for my mother-in-law.
Did you want to kill them by the end, or what?
No. I'll be honest with you. I felt bad because there were 9 of us all together in the room, and that's a really difficult scenario when one of them has hearing aids and doesn't really hear very well with the hearing aids, and the other one, actually, she hears everything, but it's just hard when there's so many people and the kids are there and it's la 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 la. So yeah, we had a lot of sort of conversations going on in different places, and they were like this the whole time, just kind of.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
They probably didn't want to listen anyway. They're just happy having dinner and being there.
It's weird because with my parents, like my dad's hearing. Did I tell you this story already? Probably. Like my dad's hearing was going. We could tell, when we finally convinced him to go to the doctor to get it checked out. And he's like, well, I got it checked out and I have some hearing loss, but it's totally age related. And I'm like, we didn't think you had cancer of the ear, Dad. We know it's age related. We just want you to do something about it, But of course he won't.
No.
But oddly enough, like my mom is really bad now. Like she has hearing aids, but maybe she doesn't use them enough or what. Like you'll have a phone conversation with her and she'll just talk over you and you're trying to say something and then she'll be like, okay, bye. Literally hang up before you could say what you needed to say because maybe she thinks you're not talking and you're done or whatever, but hers is really bad now.
Well, hearing aids are not what they're cracked up to
I
be.
know.
I tried one and, it just didn't work at all. I've heard that you can get really good ones, but, they start like around $6,000.
They're expensive.
And then you have to go through a whole program to train it to work for you. So they're not there yet.
Yeah, maybe by the time of course, Luis would say that my hearing's already gone, but maybe by the time I really have need for them, maybe the technology will be better. I am kind of surprised that I don't need them because of all the, the concerts that I went to over the years. I mean, I remember once going to 2 Bruce Springsteen shows, which, are legendary for being like 3.5 hours long. So one was on a Wednesday, the other one was on a Friday, and my ears rang for like 5 days.
Right.
And from what I understand, like anything more than like 8 hours or a day. Now, I don't know this could be a factoid, but in general, it's true that, ringing over a certain amount of time means that you've had some hearing loss, right?
Right.
Is that tinnitus?
Yeah.
Is that what that is?
Well, that's when you have the ringing in your ears.
Yeah.
I feel like I always have some sort of sound in my ear, don't you? Like if you're sitting in a silent room or something and you hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't pay attention to that, else you'll
Yeah.
go nuts.
Right.
So, oh, good. So
You know, like you can't unhear it.
it's not just me then.
It's like floaters in your eye. If you
Right.
if you start paying attention,
Yes.
then you're in trouble.
Yes.
You won't be able to see.
You'll just be like this all the time. I mean, my sister and I went to a show once, and we had heard like this guy was loud, you know, but I guess we didn't realize how loud. And the band that opened up for him was quite loud. And I said, oh, there's no way he could be louder than this, right? He came out. It was painful. We had to leave. I mean, and then we noticed as we were going out, everyone had earplugs in. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it hurt. I don't know why you'd want to do that necessarily, because I don't think it adds to the sound.
They like to feel it in your chest. And
Yeah, but you can do that without it being painful here, because I've been in shows where you feel it in your chest,
Yeah.
and it feels,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I love the way that feels, but I mean, not to feel like someone's stabbing your eardrums.
right. Well, last time, Grace, you took notes on what we could talk about this time.
Yeah. Well, there were a couple of things, you know, actually this week. So this woman in my book club said she is, you know, she's ultra liberal, you know, like pretty much all of us in the book club are. But she's one of those people that has all of the bumper stickers, and she said she was driving down the street one day and some person, like some woman in a car, like cut her off, you know, and she's like, oh, maybe she's drunk or something. And this woman was like still kind of like weaving in and out with her, you know, kind of, I don't know what the word is, but excuse me, and so like they finally pull up at a stoplight, and my friend's like, oh, I don't know what's going on here. And so this woman starts flipping her off and screaming, Trump 2024! Trump 2024! And like just wigging out on her.
Right.
I mean, what is the deal with that?
Well, that's that anger I just don't understand.
And now you don't know when somebody's armed, you know, so.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's so much anger out there now, and people just don't know what to do with it.
Well, I think the pandemic,
Pan damn it.
the damn pandemic,
Dagnabbit.
pandemic, I think has really, I mean, you know, I think people are manifesting that in various ways: depression, anxiety, anger, you know.
Even before that, I think there was anger.
Well,
That wasn't usual.
Yeah. No, you're right. But I think like the past 2 years on top of it, probably people are just ready to jump off the bridge.
Right. The other thing last time we talked was we had an assignment. Bailey was going to watch Walk Hard and Grace was going to watch Airplane.
Oops.
That didn't happen.
Oh.
Okay, but I did watch Coda.
Oh, what did you think?
It was good. I liked it. I really enjoyed it. After watching the Oscars and watching the dad who won the Oscars stuff, so I thought it was really interesting to see him in the role with the long hair and stuff. And
Was he good?
he was very good. He's very natural and very just seemed to. I thought he deserved it.
Somehow it seems like it'd be easier to be natural signing than it is talking.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
But it was good because it was definitely, you know, it's a tearjerker, but it's not overly saccharine. You don't feel.
Yeah, it's not like terms of endearment.
Yeah, where you feel kind of icky all the way through.
Yeah,
it,
like
but,
they wanted me to do that.
right.
They programmed me to cry at that.
You know, it's a little predictable and all that, but still, it was a good. I thought the acting was great.
I don't even know. I know I saw Drive My Car. What were the other movies? I know I haven't seen Power of the Dog yet. I saw, was Nightmare Alley one of them or not?
Yes.
I can't remember who.
Yep.
Okay, I saw that.
Welcome to the August Oscar edition of Charbroiled Chats.
Yeah, right.
Maybe we should save this until like March of next year.
Now, you know what I watched yesterday with my sister? It's called Freeway. Have you guys ever seen that movie with Reese Witherspoon and Kiefer Sutherland?
Oh my. What year is that?
It's got to be 25 years ago, I think.
Wow.
And it's funny because once when at a film festival, there was, you know, you'd pick out movies based a lot of times on their titles, you know, and their description. So there was a movie that's called Freeway 2, Confessions of a Trick Baby. And we're like, okay, we got to see that, you know. So and Bailey's like, she's thinking I would never see that. I'm thinking, we got to go see that. So we went, and it was this director, Matthew Brighton. Obviously, he has a thing about, like, you know, teenage girls, but he also, you know, he's retelling fairy tales, and basically, and so, but in the most twisted way possible. So anyway, after we saw Freeway 2, I found out there was, the regular Freeway, and so Reese Witherspoon plays this kind of trailer trash teenage girl whose mother gets arrested for being a prostitute, and her stepfather's on drugs, and blah 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 blah. But Kiefer Sutherland's this serial killer who picks her up after her car breaks down, and it's just but she is, anyone who says they don't like Reese Witherspoon has to see this movie, because she kicks the shit out of, that's when I first started to like her. She kicks the shit out of everyone, and she's, I mean, oh my God,
That's your hero.
it's so much fun
I got
to
to
watch.
add it to my list.
Well, I wish I could. It is. I don't know if so that's a retelling of Little Red Riding Hood, basically, And when Reese leaves home, she's actually carrying this little red basket with her stuff in it. But anyway, I mean, it's one of those really out there movies. But if you have a dark sense of humor, you'll appreciate it.
I think we all do.
If you don't, you might not appreciate it. I don't know.
Kiefer Sutherland. That doesn't seem to fit.
Yeah, he's good in it too, because he's just like, at first I don't know, he's a counselor for troubled boys, and at first when he's talking to her, he's all, like soothing and, I can help you out and blah, blah, blah. And then,
Then he whacks her. Tries.
Well, he tries to. But she shoots him like 6 times, and he doesn't die, but he's totally maimed, It's really funny. Brooke Shields plays his wife.
Oh, my
Dan
Lord.
Hedaya is the detective. It's good. Anyway, that was
How was Brooke Shields in it?
She was good. She played this angry suburban wife. She was kind of like a Karen type,
God, she was so good in that show, The Middle. Remember that?
I never saw that. What was that about?
The Middle with Patricia Heaton and the sitcom. You never saw that?
I have not really watched TV in like 20 years.
It's about a quirky, dysfunctional family in Indiana, and it's very funny. I can't believe you haven't seen it. And Brooke Shields.
I've never even heard of it.
Brooke Shields plays the white trash neighbor. She's unbelievable in it. She's great. It's been a number of years since it's been on, but I watched it almost completely in syndication. Yeah.
So it's on streaming somewhere.
Oh, gosh, I can't remember where we watched it.
Here's a tiny thing that I just thought of.
Yes.
Why are we okay with guys?
I'm not.
What do you mean?
No, I address you as guys. Hey, guys.
Oh.
That's
yeah.
accepted. But why? How did that?
I was just reading that's another thing that people need to stop saying. Like, you should just say y'all or you folks or whatever. Hey, folks. Y'all. Hey, y'all.
Y'all.
Yeah, there isn't a good other word other you people.
What do you people mean, you people? That's a line from Tropic Thunder. What do you people mean, you people?
Has that movie passed into unacceptability now?
I don't know. It's an interesting idea because it's not like it's a joke that Robert Downey uses blackface,
Right.
And they take him up on it in the movie. I think Blazing Saddles is the one where maybe,
Right.
like a white person couldn't have made it.
Although Richard Pryor was one of the writers on it.
Really?
And he was supposed to play that role.
Huh.
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I think he would have been good in it too.
Yeah.
Although Cleavon Little is much more, to me, he's much more attractive, and so you kind of need that part with like Madeline Kahn being all gaga over him and everything.
He's got that sort of ass kisser look to him too. I remember seeing that movie in the theater with my parents, like back in the 70s. And my father was laughing so hard that we couldn't hear a lot of it. It's like, Dad, will you shut up? He was crying. He was laughing so hard. He was a big Mel Brooks fan though. So.
Yeah, I am too.
Me too.
And that must be one of your family's favorite movies, right, Grace?
Because of the farts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, but oddly, that is the one thing I remembered people talking about before I saw it. Was that scene?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, well,
Yes.
I don't know.